Hey guys, what's cracking? Godsman here, coming at you with another Divinez reaction. Now we're on to episode 10 for season 3, and as a lot of us who have been watching Divinez for the past couple seasons will tell you, episode 10 has a bit of a pattern that's starting to formulate, which is that it's the episode that is more about a lore slash backstory dump than it is about a really big fight. And this may hold true for this episode, as based on a couple of the preview images and what we saw from the end of the last episode, we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of Kagetsu's backstory, how he not only rose but how he fell as a star in Vanguard and why he put himself into obscurity, and also probably elaborating on the silhouette of that mysterious girl from that bit a few episodes ago. With me today, I'm joined by my co-host, the Brant man himself, Noir. How are we doing, sir?
For the anime, fairly excited. For the new Mythisk, my expectations low.
Yeah, I mean, now that you've broached the topic, right? I mean, I know people are a bit dubious about the TCG card design at the moment because after Exist's reveal, it seems like there's been a fair bit of fallout and dooming that comes as a result of it. Because as Vanguard, creators, right, we are no strangers, as most of the community aren't either, to the rampant power creep, right? We don't have any rotation.
Veterans at that too, yeah.
Oh yeah, for real, right? Like, we don't have any rotation in this format. There's actually a recent video by Bacon Saver talking about why rotation might actually be good for a lot of card games. Go check it out. He's pretty informative about that, right? But because of that, things are always trying to like one up each other until we like enter a reboot or something like that. So people are kind of suspecting that here. I'm not really going to hit on that dooming though, because I feel like it isn't too late for Bushy to reverse back around here. My idea is that Bob Sagada and Exist are a bit ahead of the bell curve because they don't want to support them afterwards for a long time again. So that's why I think that's the way it is. And the more modern decks are probably going to be a lot more even keeled on the level of their support, albeit, still kind of boring what they did with Youthberg, and there's no solving that issue, but that's besides the point, right? As for the Mythisk, since you broached the topic already, I want one or both of these two things that I'm going to illustrate, right? So the first thing that I would want from a new Mythisk is more resources. Vaisaruk is an expensive deck, and I don't mean on the market, it probably is. I mean, Ravnaro got short printed and effing Kami got short printed, so that's, that's its own thing, but I mean in terms of your card economy, like resources. So you have the Soul Blast 2 and also Energy Blast 3 in order to use your Moon Gate twice in a turn, and then you have to subsequently Counter Blast in order to call 2 Mythish from your order zone to the field, right? So you're using all 3 of your resources every single turn, especially the Soul. So I would want this Mythish to help build up your resources, most particularly the Soul if I had a choice on the matter, but any of them would be very well granted because you use them for other means. Like, heck, your Rotsunir, the first Mythish, also use a Counter Blast or Energy Blast, so it's so expensive to play the deck in terms of your card economy. On top of that, I'm hoping that this card will have ways of putting back Mythishes into your order zone, because the deck can run out of steam if it low rolls on finding cards to put into the order zone, so you may run out of cards to call from the order zone when the time really arises to do so, particularly against control matchups. So in other words, I want some good stability pieces for Vaisaruk in this episode. Maybe even if not for the Mythish itself, then maybe a support card that can help with that. That's what I would want. What do you think, Noir?
I guess I'll tackle the most common projection people might be having, is that it might be a restander given Bob Sagara and Youthberg's recent support. I'm actually thinking, given we have 3 Mythics to go through, we've already seen the first one, we're going to the second one now. The third one's a Knight looking one. I'm going to assume the more offensive based effect is going to go to the Knight. The Snake, though, I'm expecting is either going to be more control oriented, that's not just attacking an additional front row unit, because obviously there's a lot of decks that can play around it. It's either going to be control, or like you said, it's going to be more support based, where it's because in the opening they had its tail winding across all of the Genmajus and Vaisaruk. So I'm thinking maybe he provides more stability. The interesting idea would be if he finds a way to replace Bulbul Mine, because Bulbul Mine is like a two double-edged sword for the deck right now. And that number 1, it's perfect for the deck in that it countercharges and fills soul,
and it moves itself out of the rear circle, so you don't have to overcall when you do Vaisaruk skill. It's so perfect in effect, but it doesn't have the name.
I was gonna say, but that's the issue. It doesn't have a Mythic's name, so that means if you have 2 Mythics and a Bulbul Mine, that's 1 less card you could be deck thinning which is what Vastrug wants to do with the Moon Gate. So it's like, on one hand, I have mixed feelings on whether they just completely replace Bulbamine if that's the case, because like, on one hand, I like that they're keeping the legacy support valuable, because people really get mileage out of the Bulbamines this way.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, if I feel like one way to really make this deck work better is also boosting its consistency even more, without necessarily having to constantly rely on the 16 Ravener Rogues. Assuming you're on 16. I run 15, honestly, but, you know.
Yeah.
16 is also perfectly reasonable.
Yeah, you do a lot of them, because you just need to maximize the consistency at that gate within reason. 100%. Yeah. I guess if we're talking about any other things you could do, this one's just for me, like, taking into consideration what the deck would need, but also combining with the theme of it being like a snake, and I'm thinking like an Ouroboros type thing, right? It's like the World Serpent that's eating its own tail. So that's what I was thinking of. Yeah. It's like an infinity thing, right? So it could also like recur itself from Order Zone or Drop Zone, or heck, I mean, I guess if they just wanted it to be truly immortal, then maybe it's like unaffected by card effects or something. Although, I mean, that would be pretty wicked, right? Because like to have it be unaffected is like, it's kind of weird because it doesn't really have like, it's like not a combo piece anymore. And I think if it was unaffected, that would only work if it was meant to either be a super, no, I guess if it was a defensive piece, like if it's like, let's say it can't be chosen by card effects, right? And then when your Vanguard is attacked, it like moves into soul to give it power. I would take that, right? Like that's kind of cool.
There's a chance it could also search the order, possibly. Like search for.
Frig! Now you mentioned it, right. I forgot about Ephidikumani. Like that order is like this entire X factor that the deck has at its disposal. But aside from Pantera the Slasher, we don't really have many ways to search or interact with it, right? You just want to see it.
Because it doesn't have the Mythic's name, you don't really want to run it if you can avoid it, so...
Yeah, and on top of that, it's also putting credence to the idea that resources are really tight, because now that's a 2 Counterblast turn, along the 2 Soul Blast and Energy Blast 3, and you're probably Energy Blasting your leftovers with Rolled Sneer. Like, you're gonna run out of resources like crazy, dog, so...
It'll discard the card for that, so, you know, good luck with that.
Oh, yeah, for real, right? You're only getting the Twin Drive with Vastrug, so there's just so many ways that Vastrug can be improved on here. It's still a fairly strong, like, blueprint, but it's precisely because it's a strong blueprint that it could really utilize a lot of different ways to bolster the overall offense, and just the strategy could use lots. But that's enough of that for now, right? Do we have any like theories about Kagetsu's backstory? The girl, a lot of people, including me, and I would assume you too, Noir, are like expecting this to be like the first leader of Blackout. This girl that he's thinking about.
Projection of it,
right?
I mean, at the very least, considering Danji didn't really know much about Kagetsu, it would make sense that this isn't where they meet, because otherwise, you know, he would know more. It's like Kagetsu, that seems familiar, like when he's talking to Michiru. But no, he basically like, oh, it's like I heard the name, like the pro league, like that sort of thing. Didn't know anything personally, so definitely this is gonna be before Danji. So.
Yeah, because I think that would be a better theory than the theory that Kagetsu himself was later Blackout. I was thinking of it initially, but then as like details started emerging, it's like that seems to have just kind of gone on the wayside by this point. Not a lot of people believe that, and I get why, because Kagetsu's been seen around, no one's talking about it, like you said. So it's like that doesn't seem to be right.
Because you'd think Tomari and Zakusa would have mentioned it.
Right, like they would have commented, or hell, even like, I mean, even if you were talking about like a relatively newer member like Megami, maybe there would have been a chance that she could have recognized him on that alone, but you know, not a peep, not one, so go figure on that. It's kind of funny because it does seem like just based on the beginnings are like, so it might be a love story, right? Like he might crash out over a girl. I made that joke in the previous episode where like when now it's like, what happened to you? And I'm like, dude, he crashed out over a girl, for real. Like it just feels like that.
I mean, if she's cute, then you know,
oh shoot! I thought I wanted Noir for this week, not Nabs. What the hell are you doing here?
Hey, remember, I'm the Blue Archive player on the mod team. What do you expect from me?
Oh frick, yeah! And now Original Sin is manifested forth, the horny.
Exactly.
All right, let's begin. How's our volume?
Oh. They're so small.
Small.
俺の目標は最強のファイターだぞ。
最強ファイター。
だって私が最強になるもん。
言うようになったな。
Oh, she's pulling the smug face even when she was younger too.
I wonder if this was before or after the incident at camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also wonder, like, was he still playing Vastrug back then too? I know now I was playing Hexawar back then.
Yeah, I feel like it would be something different. Vastrug didn't really fit like his more passionate look beforehand, right?
Not to mention back then they didn't have the energy generator, so how's he doing anything?
Fair point, right? Interesting. So I guess are we gonna break tradition? Are we gonna have a fight after all? Huh.
I mean, I figured we were always gonna get a fight. I just didn't think it'd be between now and him.
You know what though? He's fighting against control decks, so maybe our anti-control theories could come to light here.
Yeah, could be.
Maybe it's like can't be retired instead of can't be chosen or something.
Could be.
Maybe it's the whole unaffected, but again, that's hardly an effect most of the time.
Yep.
Damn. You started young, kid.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't have been able to comprehend this game if I was in elementary school.
Oh yeah, you telling me,
I'm like, do
dude.
the thing. Yeah, I did the thing.
I don't even have many memories before I was 8 years old, dude. Fun fact.
Yeah. That's crazy. I still remember a lot of things when I was younger.
Not me. People say, "Oh, I remember when I was like 3 years old." I'm like, "No way. That's got to be a lie."
Yeah, I remember my first birthday, but then again, I am very unique in that regard. I've learned that's not the standard. Most people tend to not remember anything past like their 6th grade or something.
Interesting. So when he was in middle school, then he already wanted to be a pro. So his ambitions were pretty early. Like he's a go-getter.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, look at that. That's some Taizo-like mentality right there. Oh, okay. Who won this fight? Oh, interesting.
Damn.
Wow. Okay. Shoot. Okay, so he was really skilled then.
Yeah.
I mean, relative to that era, Michiru was like the top fighter, so that's something.
Yeah. I'm still wondering what deck he was playing back then. Because he looks like a Dragon Empire player, like just with the way they designed him anyway. With
Yeah,
that
right.
Oh, what if he actually plays like the Unison Dragon or something?
Oh, the Sibyl thing? Or no, you're talking about Gryandra.
I mean, it could have been. I was kind of thinking of Sibyl, like he was the original. That was his original deck, and then like.
I mean, if that's actually the tie-in, bro, Sibyl's coming back at some point.
That'd be cool. Yo, if I'm right, I'm gonna lose my mind because I'm saying that partially as a joke.
I mean, dude, yeah, I mean, in fairness, Sibyl is apparently going to get created into a real TCG card in set 9. Like, it's on the cover. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to it too.
Enter Blackout. Okay, so he came here because they heard the leader was strong. So, it's almost certainly the girl by this point. Oh yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Wanda Hida. Is it weird to consider this like nostalgic, despite how new Overdress is, relatively speaking?
Yeah, in a way. Oh, the memories, the really bad memories.
Oh yeah, dude. Weird gay baiting with oh my. That's a precarious position,
nice
lady.
legs.
Wow. Okay. Did we already cross off fan service on our? Did we already cross off fan service? We already did. Okay, because if not,
well, we got more of it.
Yeah, we got it. We got an extra helping. I crossed it off twice. I had it twice.
She got more. She got
the classic Blackout hazing, freaking them out at night in the park.
She got like a Hime cut. With the bangs.
Interesting.
びっくりした
That's
with the moon in the background. I'm getting like a Kaguya vibe.
God damn it, she's cute. Also,
She's got the wave personality, baby.
That's Rika's school.
Right, yes, which implies that wherever Rika goes to school, like, it must be nearby here if, like, they're having all these students come in.
違うのなんだ
Oh, she's
She's incredibly cute. She
Is
she is blue archive worthy.
Oh yes. You know, I can
Oh, hell, she's even blue.
それ
Oh my god, are we finally gonna have a blue-haired waifu that's a winner? That's awesome.
Oh hell yeah.
They're a rare breed, my guy.
Oh yeah.
素敵でしょ
Tekis desho.
私はね夜が好きなの夜は闇が全てを覆い隠す
That feels like a Vaserook thing to say, madam.
回ってくるお天道様の下じゃうまく笑えない人だって暗闇の中でなら人目を気にせず笑顔
Man, they were really proud of how they realized, weren't they?
Oh yeah.
それこそ
I'm not gonna lie, as an artist, I can respect that.
我らブラックアウトなのだ
Yeah, she's got Riz.
そっかいいチームだね
Alright, I guess we can understand why he got depressed now.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, Suzune who?
君もヴァンガード大好きなんだね
Bro, we just met, and why do I love her already? God damn.
It's that aura, bro.
She's just so peppy and
It's that raw charisma, my guy. Look at her go. Hella cute. でしょでしょ
お互い高め合ってさ。
What?
別に弱くったっていいの。
man, the uniformer's surprise Pikachu face.
Oh god.
That's so funny hearing that from the first Blackout leader and fast forward all the way to the 5th and their struggle with that very concept.
Yeah. Oh,
Like,
geez, yeah.
for her, she's like, really? This was a problem? We backtracked.
Yeah, for real.
We regret.
Society's regressing for real, for real.
Regression is raw.
それが君の
The mole's a cute detail. I like that too.
Yeah.
いいね。素敵だ。
I have a soft spot for the straight bang cut as well.
たとえ負けたとしても
That's fair. Yeah, I think that's what I meant by the Hime cut. It was like, the hair would normally be longer for this hairstyle, but you know, I can dig it.
なんてね。
I think it compliments the
I mean, even
skirt,
if I
right?
didn't dig it, this personality is making up for so much.
For real.
見てく？
Losing hair color, winning personality.
Oh yeah. That's too much.
That's somebody in a... Oh, she also went to Rika school. Okay, trippy. Oh,
Right,
Donji's over there, so this is before he became the leader. So Donji's an old boy then, bro.
Oh yeah.
Tomori is too. She's an old girl.
Oh yeah.
Why does that guy remind me of an aged up Shinobu?
Wait, is that your brother?
It feels like it. Huh. He really feels like an aged up Shinobu.
Oh.
As is tradition.
A Shinobu who's something a little shit. Yeah, I see.
Oh, it's Megami's brother. Yo, he actually had, even if it's basically off screen, he had a fight. That's awesome.
Yeah, for real.
Dude, everyone forgets about this guy. He was a character.
いいね。でも今宵はほら。
Wait, Donji, so you have met Kagetsu.
Oh, yeah, now that you mention it. He either doesn't remember or he's just not... Man, I swear, this could just be another aspect of Donji being really weird and not talking about things he needs to talk about. I'm like, shoot, if he communicated more properly, him and Megami would have been just fine.
Yeah, touche.
And that is the confirmation.
Oh my god, her name's even Miyako.
Yeah, cute is... Cute is cute.
Ooh,
Ooh, the wig.
ブラックアウトの初代リーダーに会ったこと
Oh, then there's now, you know, secretly she's concerned about this this affront to her territory.
それ
Uh-huh.
でファイトしたの？
Of course.
I'm curious what she played.
Oh, same brain cell.
We're very good players. What can we say? Our first issue. Oh, what do you like? Now, what deck do you play?
およよ、うちのチームメイトは血の気が多いな。
Okay, so Ruka chills around here a bit if he's still hanging. All right. Oh, we actually see her deck. Whoa.
楽しも。
Oh, we might be breaking tradition.
カードファイト。
Oh yeah.
We might be breaking
I'm really
tradition.
curious what he's playing back then.
Let's see.
それで
We probably won't see it. They're probably just building up to it.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Go figure. Yeah, he lost. Crushing defeat. Oh man. Man, her scaling compared to Michiru then, what the hell?
Damn.
Dragon Empire reference, maybe there?
Is it? Oh my god, he's blushing. Oh, he got a crush.
Oh, dude.
God damn it, I can't see your deck.
I want to see... And before it was a Bermuda deck. Fights like Clarissa or something.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I'm just writing his script today, man.
Yeah, for real.
うーん。
Go pro with me.
興味ないから？私は生きたいように生きるのだ。
Damn.
強いかどうかなんて大した問題じゃなくない？本当に大事なのはどんなカードファイ
Oh,
ト
the killer question, as Kagetsu would put it.
君はどうしてヴァンガードを
Yeah, okay.
Oh boy. Bushi could do a really fun thing with content creators. Well, they ask they make every content creator they know for Vanguard try to answer this question in a video.
I would answer was so I can drive
It's
check
like the
raging
Draw My
form
Life
off
trend
raging
that
form.
happened, like a few years ago.
Shoot, could make a video on that.
Yeah, there you go. Sure, I might start doing that soon.
Yeah, we'll do it ourselves.
Yeah.
And before, the next day, she died of a car crash.
Oh, got the Miguel treatment, bro.
Right? Disposed of. This is what we call a tragic plot device.
Yeah.
Damn, he's got crazy eyes, dude. Chill the F out.
Brother,
You barely know her, man.
あの遊園地を訪れた。だが、そこに彼女の姿はなかった。
Hmm.
自由
Wait,
奔放な彼女は
wait, car crash?
ブラックアウトを
Oh, she just left. Okay.
怯えてしまったらしい。
Shoot, that actually just kind of feels like what Blackout leaders do. Donchi and Toya do
Yeah,
that
it seems
too.
like it.
まるで風
I mean, and so does like, I think you kind of did too.
What's happening?
The most committed Blackout leader is unironically Megami.
Yeah, for real. Jeez. I could see having a Davy Jones moment.
Oh my god, you can't see his teardrops in the rain moment.
Mm-hmm.
Aw.
答えを聞かせてたよ。
Oh, frick. Well, at least you're gonna be here when Akina gives you his answer, right? You'll do better than she did.
Yeah, I guess so. But, bro, it's one card fight. One card fight, bro. Taking it a little hard there, aren't you, buddy?
Oh my god. He gave up his entire pro career. He really, he did crash out over a girl. What the? He barely knew
She
her.
didn't even die. Come on.
He just didn't know where to find her, I guess. Oh.
ファイトしないの?
If I recall correctly, the Dragon Rising Cup is the same one that Now did in Season 1 of Divinez, right? When she fought Mondo?
Right.
Billy looks familiar too.
だけど、今の俺にはもうお前とファイトする資格はない。
Oh. I mean, I'm pretty sure he doesn't care about that fight to fight.
じゃあどこにある? 暗闇の名を持つ加賀のチームブラックアウト。そこに俺が憧れるカードファイトがあったんだ。今はもうわからない。
This will be important for later, Michiru. Take notes.
Okay, when you put it like that, I can kind of understand a bit more.
ブラック
I think it's a little overdramatic still, but you know what? I can kind of get it now.
But you know, considering his age and his mannerisms, I can kind of get it,
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
If
Yeah, I
you,
guess when you're in high school, everything means the world to you.
yeah, especially girls.
Touche.
それで今って感じかな。
I mean, hell, it's like they say,
あの時から
burn bright,
俺の
burn
時間が
fast.
止まったままだ。
Yeah.
だから頭の中でずっと考えちゃうんだよ。あの人に勝つためのファイトを何度も
How about a phone book?
何度も何度も何度も何度も
God damn.
さあ
Oh,
ファイト
okay.
続けよ
Fight action. Let's
ペル
commence.
ソナライド
Oh, we're getting this.
Oh,
getting
it's
this
this
again.
OC again. I always loved this one every time they play it. The Rotsunid.
1枚をオーダーゾーン
I didn't even do a little procession for the
レイ
Rotsunid.
ズルーグのスキルで
Oh, yeah.
もう一度月の門を起動
Okay.
デブのローグをコールし1枚をオーダーゾーンに
There it
Oh,
is.
he's gonna call that later.
エイ
Snack.
リフト・グルマーニを使用
Hmm.
このターン
Okay,
I wish
so
I
it's
could top deck that.
Probably not adding it.
プラス5000
It's probably not gonna add an order then, because obviously he played it, then,
ロストニルで
you know.
ラセツとシューラにアタック
Oh, okay, so we're
Yeah,
deep
he was on
in the
Rasetsu
game.
card already.
It's already on
レイズルー
Rasetsu.
グで
He like past Rasetsu. Good for him.
スキル発動
yeah, hot damn.
オーダーゾーンからレブのローグをコールさらに何時
Wait, Brevner Rogue to the front row? But why would you do that?
2つ目のソニ
Is this thing a booster or something? Because Brevner Rogue is usually a booster.
King of
世界を
Guidance,
震わ
that's...
す真なる獣
Ooh,
コール
cool. Daini no Kenmashi.
Oh, Midgard Stormer. They flat out just referenced the Norse myth.
Yeah, just like what I've done with Rogan stuff. Makes sense. The Nordic wolf,
Yeah,
Nordic
sure.
serpent.
Yeah.
Oh, totally got it! Oh, that's why it's in the background. Wait! Oh god, it's more attacks.
And it's just the Magnolia / Levidras way of doing it again.
Oh.
Does he even get power?
Sure, from trigger effect, smile.
Oh, I guess he also played the order, but it's just like... Huh?
But why is it ineffective? It's protected in the back row, though. That's so weird.
Yeah. Huh.
Oh my god. So it doesn't search the order, but it gets huge if you got the order. It's basically a 20 plus 20k.
So with this guy, you're gonna want to max out on the order then.
Oh yeah. Oh, so the way he's finishing her off is the same way we finished off Akina.
Yep.
Damn, hit him with that right Geki. Destroy all monsters.
Yeah, for real.
Still love that
short
quote.
last trial when most of it was flashback.
Damn, no kidding, dude. Wow. I'm sorry, Rasetsu. You got murked by that thing. Wait. Hold on a second. I think I just saw something we may have not needed to see. What's that card over there in the damage zone?
Yeah, that's not the snake.
That's not the snake. It's different. It looks like an order card too because it doesn't have power. It's a normal order and it's not Geku Omani. So that means this deck has another normal order, which now makes sense why the snake has that skill because there's more than Epic Omani. If that order can give us resources, I'll forgive this because that's all I want. But
Yeah, I can live with that.
yeah, but I caught that, dude. Oh, I'm so proud. I'm so proud I caught that. That's so easy to
Oh, good
miss.
stuff. I didn't even notice that.
For real though, I don't blame you. That's so hidden.
影くん、もう一度聞いていい？どうしてデラックスに出る気になったの？
そうだな。俺はどうしてもアキナ君のことを放っておきたかった。
The way she did.
無意識に彼に自分を重ねていたのかもな。
そっか。師匠にもいろいろあるんだね。
だから師匠はやめてって。でも一つだけ師匠らしいことしようかな。ん？
何？
Give you a mythish?
はい。
Oh, he actually did.
あげるよ、ナオちゃんに。
What the frick?
What is it? Show it.
Show it. No, no, come on. He's still in the room.
プロを辞めた後も俺はヴァンガードから離れられなかった。彼へ投げかけ
I joked. It came true, and then it kind of didn't come true. What the hell?
Yeah.
俺自身も答えを出さなきゃいけない。
Damn.
そういうことなんだろうな。
Poor guy, but man, you gotta get over it.
Yeah, for real.
明日はついに花月さんとのファイト。
Why Martin Noah, Akina? Why that one?
At least they got it right this time. I remember that one shot where they freaking mirrored it for some reason.
Yeah.
デラックスの間もずっと考えた。
I guess with got Willis and
でも
what's his face?
一番
Gigantic
頭
Crush.
から離れないの。
Gigantic Masher? Was it?
Yeah, he was Masher.
Yeah, so if you got two of those in the front row, then
わずかな
good
光
at
でも
least.
Oh, he's got a
手を伸
gap.
ばしたもの
Yep, he's still holding on to the gap, which makes sense because he used him in one of the previous fights. Is it just one though? That's interesting.
Yeah.
はい。
Fight.
ファイトしよう。
You know that meme where like it's like you know where like there's the text messages, right? And it's like most of them
Yeah.
are like asking for sex and one guy say F you. This one would be Faito. He would be the random weird text. Faito.
Now just imagine every single message on his phone is basically just saying fight.
Oh damn, Kuon studying like crazy. Well, that's the intelligence v intelligence player matchup.
Yep.
Oh,
I never
interesting.
got a chance to check your video out yet on that one. I need to go figure what I am.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's an 8-minute watch, so it wouldn't take too long, I think.
Yeah. Everyone's labbing.
They're researching like this is cool. I like this. This makes the Lux feel more legitimate when we can see them train. Are slim, but they're not none. They're not none.
Yep.
All she's got to do is beat Gui. Just beat Gui.
Oh, Gi's her next opponent.
Yeah, Gi's her next opponent, and then the key, if I'm understanding right, is now needs to lose to Nide.
私はいつだって諦めが悪いから。
I want her to win this tournament.
Yakumo Kagetsu. 彼のことギはどう見てんの？
比較できるデータが少ないけれど、間違いなくプロとして世間を席巻した当時よりずっと強いね。
Also, he plays my favorite clan, which is Brant, and I think that's cool.
Yeah, exactly.
でも何が
Bro, imagine if he actually stuck with his original deck, which was the bat. He'd be sweeping this whole freaking thing.
For real, right? Like, ironically, he keeps downgrading.
Yeah, for real.
Okay, come on, Griffin, it's time.
Feel Gila from Vartan.
Oh, they're building up the fight. That's strong.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's cool. They're playing the ending song for the bit at the end here. That makes us feel more final. Okay.
Ooh.
I'm excited.
Good.
Yeah. We was just talking about Blue Archive, and there comes the YSAT for it.
Yep.
Vanguard class again. Can you make money off of this? That's interesting.
In
the battle phase, it needs to appear for that. Okay.
Okay, it's an on-place, not continuous. Okay.
So it has to be in the order zone that you really want to dig for this one then.
So basically,
Interesting.
you're gonna replace four crows with it.
Yeah.
4 roads with it.
Oh, Mother Dearest, please chill out. Oh yeah, Blame Iron next week, baby. Hey, Fighto. Oh, that's the expression I want to see. 2 zeros.
Ooh, that's one hell of a title.
Interesting. It's just 2 words, 2 simple words, but that has a lot of meaning behind them. Ooh, and I guess I'm also thinking of Kamen Rider a little bit with 0 too. But again, off topic, right? Great episode overall, I'd say for the most part. What were your impressions of it, my boy?
Even if there wasn't a full fight, I'm perfectly fine with this because I'm gonna address one of my past criticisms of Overdress Season 1 is that people were saying, "Oh, this you're whining too much because there's no fight." I'm fine with no fights as long as there's substance to the episode. And this one had a lot of substance to it. It gave a lot of good backstory. Do I still think Kagetsu is a bit overdramatic? A little bit, but as it kept going, it actually did help me understand a little bit. I could actually kind of relate to it to a degree. Because personal story is my brother, he got me into Vanguard first. I never won for the most part, but then G came out, and I actually stuck with the game. But then I started kicking his ass, and then it's just like, and then he just stopped playing. I'm just like, oh well, I'm really. So
yeah.
I kind of get the feeling. Not quite as big of a crash out as he did. If anything, it motivated me to keep going even harder. But it's like yeah, I can kind of get the feeling.
I had a rival that was like that too. I think a few of us can understand, but like whether you're on one side of the fence or the other, that's fairly relatable as a situation there. And in terms of lore, I also like that the pieces fit in quite nicely, right? Like there wasn't a lot of like stuff that makes me feel like, oh, this feels weird or this feels wrong, right? Like the only thing that's a little whack is that Donji has nothing to say about Kagetsu, but it's just Donji whose lips are sealed only when he doesn't need them to be sealed, right? Like when he needs to not talk, he opens his goddamn mouth though, so he's just a living contradiction, that guy.
I think it's just affirming that he's just kind of stupid.
Yeah,
and that's okay. It can be kind of stupid. I mean, that's kind of been like one of his character traits for some reason.
And that's why I don't mind it as much. It's because it's Donji, right? Like at this point, it almost feels like retroactively a narrative consistency that he's bad at this, right? Like in a weird way, right? Like it might be accidental, but if so, congratulations, we'll give you this one, writers. The unit himself, right? The Nordic Snake, as I'll call him. Snek is an interesting unit. Mm-hmm. I would say it's definitely better card design compared to like some of the Wildra stuff, which it makes sense because I think Divine's era stuff, like stuff that's originated from Divine's, just tends to be handled better in terms of card design. Now, it is still aggressive. And it doesn't help your resources like I was hoping, but there is hope because of that other order card, that order card may actually be the key to having more stability in Vaisru, which is what it truly needs. It doesn't need more aggression, but the 5th attack does help, but it also means then that Bushiroad is definitely leaning in on the power keep a little bit more, but this one is a lot better than Exist, because Exist only has one singular dull bland, irrefutable line of play, right? You just revolve dress into exist, 5 attack, big power, boom, right? With this one, the Serpent is a choice unit, right? There is benefits to running the Serpent here, and there's stuff that isn't right, because you have to call specifically from the battle phase, and because there's nothing that puts things in aside from having to high roll by getting it off of your deck, there's no guarantee that your Serpent will be anything more than a dead unit. I mean, it'll be even inferior to a Crow by that point, which is saying something. A Crow's a pretty basic unit. And the other thing is that in order to see its true value, you have to be running the order cards. And to run the order cards, you're running bricks in your deck, which aren't shield value cards. And I saw, because of the blue right there, that's another normal order specifically, right?
Yeah.
So it has a very piece reliant and situational aspect. It's probably not hard on the cost. It's just hard to pull off, relatively speaking. But if you do pull it off, then okay. And I guess I will give credit where credit is due. It is nice that they actually made the column feel like it has 2 purposes for either 1 strike or 2 strikes. So okay, you know, he slithers in from the back there. He's kind of the Serpent that way. I get it. Do you have anything else to like point out about like that unit, or maybe like something that we didn't like touch on in the episode that you thought was kind of neat?
I mean, I'll say even though it's, I mean, frankly, there's only so many ways you could do a multi-attack in Vanguard, despite how much emphasis we have on it. I will say I'm glad they took the more interesting route, which is letting it attack from somewhere else, as opposed to having what I would have feared, which is just like, when you call this unit, restand your other column. That would have been what I feared the most.
Right.
So at least
or
this
like
way,
from the order zone, it calls itself if you call it off face rook.
So at least this way, it's not the very typical pattern now, where it's like rear guard, Vanguard, restand 2 rears, and then swing again. At least this way now, you're still doing 1 rear guard swing, then the Vanguard swing, and you have 2 somewhat weaker rear guards coming in on the next swing, and then you have another big rear guard swing after that. So at least this way, the play pattern is a little more different from what we've been getting so far in the, was it DZBT 08 now that's coming? These sets are coming in?
DCBT 08. It kind of reminds me of Leonor Mask, where you have the option to stand a column or stand your 2 front rows. So, you know, it's a little power distribution there. So I do appreciate that from it. And I guess one other thing to notice about the sermon is, in retrospect, I questioned it before, but now that I'm thinking about it, like the logical turn by turn play, I guess I get why it's a back row attacker and has the immunity skill, because the only way to get around unaffected cards is by battling them. So now it's not going to get battled. So for some reason, this Serpent really wants to stay on the field, which is so bizarre to me, because I'm like, okay, is there something that's going to put it back into the order zone? Because it's going to be a dead vanilla that can't even boost on the next turn. So that's why maybe if I had to give a theory effect for this order, it would be you choose like a Mythish from your hand or your rear circle, you put it into the order zone, draw and countercharge. So basically it would be like a Tearful Malice for this archetype right here. I think if it did that, we just get the ball rolling. From there, get an Order Searcher, and you're golden.
I will say, it is kind of funny how, I remember you mentioned how you really liked Youthbrick for the toolbox factor, like being able to switch between the rebel forms.
And would you look at this? There's tools in this deck, and they're even numbered. They're numbered tools.
Oh yeah, basically.
Yeah, like it's almost like they gave up on Youthberg, but they have the spirit of Youthberg live on with Vaseruk, but it's a little bit more of like a cold flame than the really, really heated, aggressive edge that was Youthberg. So you can kind of get the toolbox aspect, but I think the thematic premise of the deck is vastly different. So that may or may not steer some like fans clear of this strategy. I like it. I mean, at this point,
I'm certainly gonna stick with it, because at this point, Vaseruk impressed me enough where I was willing to stick with it. So I'm definitely in it for the long haul. And now I'm very curious what the Knight does, because as I mentioned at the start of the video, I assumed the Snake was going to be support and the Knight was going to be offense. But I'm going to assume the Knight then is not going to be that as offensive oriented, because obviously we already have our 5th attack unit. So
if I had to take a guess, if I had to take a guess, the Knight will probably be a searcher card. It'll be able to like look at X cards and add either if you have a Vaseruk, add either a Mythish or a normal order to the hand. So it's kind of Kettery in that it's like mustering the troops, but it also has the order functionality that I'm hoping for from the future. And then maybe there's like a second skill to it, which I just don't know what it is, but I agree. The Knight, I mean, of course, you're talking to the Kettergoon. Why would I not want the Knight really badly? But the Serpent did not disappoint, right? It's not not like some, my God, blame throwing thing. But I honestly, the more that I talk about it, it's like one of those weird things where the more you talk about something, the less you're on the fence. You start to like kind of gain your opinion from it. And whereas I'm starting to steer towards the negative on Exist, like I'm steering towards the positive on the Serpent here. So I guess we can kind of agree. It's a W for Vaserug.
Yeah, because all things considered, because my biggest concern, and I think a lot of people, I don't want to necessarily speak for everyone, but from what the general sentiment I'm getting is that most people are kind of concerned that the card design is getting a little brain dead, where it's just like, where it starts becoming, obviously decks like Buff Saga, like obviously still take a lot of skill to play.
It's linear though.
Once you figure out the play pattern, it kind of plays itself once you figure it out.
Yeah.
But this way with Vaserug, the new card this way, you're not going to be able to spam the Serpent every single time, because then it's also, you still have to account for the fact that what are you going to do the next turn afterwards, because it's still just sitting there and it's just a 10k unless you play Egu, the gold order again.
Yul money. I've practiced.
Yeah, that thing. So unless you play that again, that thing's gonna hit for like what 15k possibly. Actually, no, definitely 15k if it's not doing anything.
Yeah, since this is in the back row, Vaserug only powers up the front row. It would need Effidigumani to even hit a number.
Even with the Persona Ride, that's still not powering up. So even if you got the Persona Ride, if he's still only swinging for 15 in the back row, unless you get that get the order. Although I guess if you played the order, then he gets another 15k, so it'd still be a 30k attacker.
Yeah, so like you see that breakdown there, where it's like you gotta really set this one up. Like it's not a brain dead one. Yeah.
If you don't see the order, he's just a 10k vanilla. Because if you're swinging from back row, he's not hitting anything except for your opponent's front row.
Yeah, you would dead ass call a crow
with Roast in the air. So it's
like what are we doing here? So it's a very specific card. The Ruka girl was pretty good. Just changing topics here, right? So that we don't like consume it with all the TCG top. I think, man. I didn't think we was good at like such a strong addition to the waifu game this late into the season. God, yeah. Like that kind of, I mean, it didn't come out of nowhere because it's been alluded to, but I mean, like it was alluded she was going to be like some strong, mysterious fighter that like transmogrified Kagetsu's entire world. I guess I didn't think she was going to be a Blue Archive character. What the hell, dude?
Yeah, for real. I was expecting her to be kind of broody. I thought she'd be closer in vein to like Suzune's mom,
right?
Like that type of character.
Shoot, so much for that. I actually theory that she was a Rokuin.
She actually went in the complete opposite direction of that. I'm just like, I ain't complaining because god damn, you got personality and god damn, is it hot.
Yeah, and before someone makes a post unironically stating that each Blackout leader is worse than the last, with Ruka being on top or something, like someone just really hating, which I hate that because that means that they're hating on Megami and Yu-Yu a lot, but I could see someone making that meme, right? Just because like she seems pretty peak, but just like it is with Kagetsu, we've barely known her, so I mean I'm gonna preserve my judgments on this character, but it's a great first impression.
Yeah, and I still really want to know what she was playing back then and what Kagetsu was playing back then, because I'm very curious. Well, first of all, I'm glad they didn't have him play Vaserug back then, because obviously we'd be having so many.
It's so weird, like, energy.
Freaking Stride Gate. We're playing Strides. I'm just like, This is happening before the freaking first season happened.
Yeah, what the heck, for real? Like, there's a continuity error with it as well, which makes you think, whoa, reality resets. And I guess another thing about like this bit here is Vaserug just was his personality before, right? So I guess we're talking about personality. I mean, I guess she could play a lot of stuff. Like she could be a Kyrie player for all we know. I mean, Kyrie has like a play pattern that's all bouncy, free flowing. Like could be.
Yep.
Okay, well, that's going to do it for this reaction today. Pretty solid episode, and now we're going to be heading into the big climax of this season, right? We got two major fights. Oh yeah, this is gonna be. I gotta get Zen on rolling, and then for the finale, which is gonna be Akina versus Kagetsu. I'm gonna have both Noir and Nabs hopping on here for a triple host special because
we're all excited for that one.
I decided, you know what, we'll make exceptions here. The pros are gonna come in together on that one. It's the season finale. Let's do this. Let's get that W, right? But in the meantime, go ahead and comment down in the section below what you guys thought of this episode. Maybe comments in the new Nordic Serpent, Ruka best waifu perhaps, some more theories on the greater plot at hand here, maybe who's going to win between Nexus and Artisarium. That most people would say Nexus by default, but if you got a dissenting opinion, I'd be interested to hear about that more. Let me know all that down in the comment section below. Trust me, I do read them. And with all that said, if you're looking for more Vanguard content in the meantime, we got loads of options, whether that be top 10s, discussions, fight nights, the whole shebang, so check it out. And with that said, take care, God bless.
Peace.